Hey everybody, welcome to another episode where we talk with top earners inside of network marketing. And I have a dear friend who's been involved in the profession for 10 years now. Almost 10 years. He's still a very young man, even though I know you consider yourself like a grizzled veteran.
Getting there.
You're getting to
30.
veteran status.
Yeah.
30 years old?
31 in October.
30 years old, what I would pay to be 30 years old again. He's accomplished more by age 30 than most people do in their lifetime, or many lifetimes. His name is Alex Morton. Alex, welcome.
Appreciate you having me. Thank you for all the guidance upstairs, by the way.
Oh, we spent a couple hours just chatting and talking. And you've been around the world. You've seen a lot. You've had ups and downs. You've had incredible runs. You've had incredible successes. You've had lots of emotional experiences.
Yes, big time.
You found love in this profession. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
He's recently just got engaged, so excited for that. Great to meet your fiance. And I wanted to have Alex here in our studio to be able to ask him some questions. You don't know the questions I'm going to ask.
I don't.
But you've had a lot of success. You've seen things from a very high perspective. And one of the things that I admire about you is you have a work ethic that is different.
Yes.
Than what I've seen from other people. Some people get to a certain level, and I'm sure you've seen this, probably frustrating for you sometimes in your business. A person will get to a certain income level, and then their effort pulls back.
They get content.
Because they feel like that's enough. You, it really wasn't about income. It was about something more than that, because I watched you for I don't know how many years, up until the pandemic that's happening, be on the road, presentation, face-to-face, belly-to-belly, city to city, country to country.
Nonstop.
For how long?
I mean, I've been full-time. 9 out of the 10 years have been 6+ figures. So I've been full-time 9 years.
Right.
9 out of 10.
And like, take the last 3 years prior to COVID, the last 3 years, how many of those days out of a year were you traveling or doing an event?
The vast majority. I mean, probably 92, 3-4%.
Really?
I mean, it's just, I don't want to use the words, a lot of people think the word addiction is a negative thing, and it can be, but I think it also can be a positive word.
I think there's a better word.
Obsessed.
Obsession.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think an obsession for contribution, obsession for helping other people, obsession for having a purpose and a meaning and a mission to get something done. And I also think, when you're young, run.
Run. Run and get it done.
So first of all, what drove you to do that? When other people didn't? There wasn't other people. Was there anybody you looked at and said, you know what, I want to hustle as much as they do?
I mean, there were some people that inspired me early on.
Like
there were
who?
A few gentlemen. One was Timothy Herr, Nick Sarnicola.
They ran as hard as you?
No.
Okay.
But just they were kind of like YouTube mentors. But no, work ethic wise.
Yeah.
And I've said this all over the world. I mean, up until 2016, 17, until I met my current business partners, nobody was on more planes, more presentations. I mean, I can prove it from.
Yeah, but why? Why did you do it?
I've just been so driven.
Nobody else.
It started when I was a little kid, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, and I've actually given thought to this because I used to find myself asking myself, why are you, have a 1 a.m. call?
Yeah.
Why don't, why? Right?
Right.
And when I was a little kid, both sides of my family are survivors, right? So like my mom's side, Armenian genocide. My dad's
survivors.
Survivors, yeah.
Oh,
Great-grandparents. Oh man, my great-grandma had, this is a true story, she had two babies, and she left the youngest at the riverbank to die. The Turkish soldiers killed this child because the other one, it was too small to cross this river. I mean, seriously. There's a painting of it, oil painting. So this is like deep. So Holocaust on my dad's side, Armenian genocide on my mom's side. I grew up, my parents, especially my mom, drove that into my subconscious mind. So I tell people, and Bob helped me realize this,
Bob
the
Proctor.
programming
Bob Proctor.
Your program, Bob
Yes.
Proctor. Yes. He said, tell me about your childhood and this whole paradigm thing that we teach people on and talk about a lot. My paradigm from an early age was you're so blessed and fortunate to just have a shot at being here. Your great grandparents over here, your great grandparents over here made it through war and famine and rape and depression. I mean, all really bad, nasty stuff. For you to be here, you've got to become something big, purpose. My grandma, she spent her last 10 years of her life with us in Ohio. And she said my name in Armenian, Alexander, means helper of man. And she always told me, she said, you're going to help a lot of men and women one day. So at a young age, I was just getting told this. And I just had this kind of, not chip on my shoulder, but I just had this
Were you a
thing.
performer prior to network marketing? Were you running that hard in high school and after
running
high
that
school?
hard and partying.
Yeah, okay.
But subconsciously, the whole millionaire thing, I'm like, when I find my opportunity, and first it was real estate, and then I got into this profession, that was it. When I saw the average people making, a substantial money, and they were no different than me, I said, this is what I told myself in 2011. I said, I'm going to find the best at this business, these gentlemen that I can name off right now. I got no problem giving credit to these people. Some of them never even met in my life. I said, I'm going to find out exactly what they did, and then I'm going to work ethic, I'm going to 5X it. I'm going to get whatever they did at 40, I'm going to do it at 25. And that was my mentality. That was my focus. And it was that absolute certainty. And even today at 30, where I am income-wise and all the people in our company that are exploding and doing very, very well, like you said, it's growth and contribution. Now it's like, how many people can we help? How big can we get this thing? How many lives? Because when you meet these people, you hug these families in Mexico or Lagos, Nigeria, or Ecuador, and they're $600 a month, saved my life, changed my life. It's like the greatest drug on earth is impacting people.
Yep. So, how many people have told you to slow down?
Tons.
How many people have told you there's something wrong with you?
Tons. My first mentor, my first company, he took my cell phone at one of the company retreats. True story. I snuck into the internet cafe to check the back office numbers. Because he's like, I want you to unplug for a couple of days. And now it's different because now I do unplug for a couple of days here and there. But that first, the first million was at 24 years old. I mean, I don't want to talk numbers and stuff, but that first 0 to 10, I mean, it was, and I do trainings on this. I tell people, I don't recommend it for everybody because sometimes it got a little bit too, maybe overly obsessive, and I let some of my friendships that were out of the industry fade away a little bit. I could never have a real relationship with a girl, like a real one, because I was always putting the business before her and stuff like that. But at the same time, I ask people, how big do you want to play in this thing? If you want to get to this, I'm telling you right now, you have to have immense sacrifice for at least a few years.
Yeah. It's funny. It's like I look at anybody great, and can you get great without a level of obsession? And is it okay? And you have to decide for yourself.
Exactly.
If it's okay, and if what different things you want to do at different seasons of your life. Because I think balance in at any particular day is nonsense.
Right.
I think balance is seasonal. You might have a season of 3 years of hard work, and then maybe there's a year of
for sure
rest.
That's totally fine.
There's back and forth, but even I'm a big fan of Elon Musk because of I think he's rewiring the world, and I think he's a real life Iron Man, right? But he just sold all his houses. He doesn't own a house, and the reason why is he's like, if I have a house, I got to be focused on the house. I got to support the house. I got to go visit the house. And my mission is to help people get to Mars. And I need to be more focused on Mars. And I don't need to be focused on the house. So he wants
to change the world.
He's one of the richest. He's richer than Warren Buffett.
Wow.
So it has nothing to do with the house. It has to do with the distraction.
Yep.
Right?
Hyperfocus.
Hyperfocus. So you take a look at what Bill Gates and Warren Buffett said was their number one, the most important key to their success. They said at the same time, they asked the same question, they said focus.
Wow.
The ability to find one thing that you want to accomplish and to do it in the face of other people's
opinions,
chirping.
Yeah.
Nonsense. Psst, 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 psst. Hey, you shouldn't do that. Oh, it's not healthy for you. Oh, I feel sorry for you, kid. Oh, you don't have any balance in your life, and you're losing your friendships, and
right.
Everything trying to distract you from your purpose. And, the woman found her way into your life and, you know what I mean? The different things. And sometimes even, whatever circumstances in the world will cause you to make adjustments here and there. Like what's happened to your business as a result of the pandemic around the world?
We have over 3x'd volume since January 1.
And
probably closer to 4x now, to be honest.
Yeah, but between 3 and 4 times bigger than you were before, and you haven't had to be on airplanes.
Exactly.
So what's that done to your mind?
All out of a building in
your
Miami.
mind shift.
It changed my paradigm on different strategies and ways to actually build this business. Because this whole at-home business for home, stay at home, make money. It was like stay on the airplane and make money.
That was for other people. You were running around helping them do it at home, but you were doing it on the airplanes, and you found a way to be able to do it wherever you are.
I think I coined this like tours thing.
Yeah.
And now you see it everywhere.
You had like T-shirts and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I like wanted to make it like you're an artist.
Yeah.
In the profession, but because it's your brand, it works. Right. Like GoPro's a massive brand. It's like that's in this day and age with social media. That's a whole nother strategy situation going on, but it taught me that I can build it from home. I can be on, because this is what my dad always told me this a couple years ago. He said, you do know, by the time you fly from Munich to Warsaw, eat crappy food, stay in this hotel, your back's messed up, you're not working out, you're not eating healthy, you're always like, didn't sleep last night. My mom's like, Alex, get sleep tonight. Like you have bags under your eyes. I'm worried about you're making X a month. Just chill out for a second. Now I look back on some of that and I'm like, man, I was really pushing my body to the negative side of the spectrum.
So, but here's what I'm saying:
working from home,
creativity shows up. Without resistance, there's no creativity, right?
Right.
So this has created resistance, and now we got creative. What can we do with Zoom? What can we do with virtual studios? What can we do with our conventions?
Yeah, we're doing a digital convention in October.
Yeah. So what can we do? And can I be maybe even more effective?
That's
reach more people.
You can talk to 10 groups of 1,000.
Yeah.
In your boxers at home in Miami.
Yeah.
Opposed to this, that, and the other, talking to 1,200 people in Warsaw, feeling like crap. It made me really change.
There's a season for both.
Yes.
And I'm sure you'll be on tour again.
For sure. Because I miss that. I miss it. The energy and shaking
Seeing
people's
people.
hands. Maybe we're going to be doing elbow bumps or
elbow bumps. Yeah. Who knows?
But I do miss that. I do miss that.
I do
to be
too.
honest.
I do too. Because same thing.
Yeah.
I was supposed to do 65,000 person event 3 weeks ago. They had to postpone, and I was supposed to be in a bunch of different places, and couldn't do it. And that's okay. We find a way. We pivot around and we adjust. And what's interesting, I kind of expected from the pandemic that we might take a step back, because people would be nervous. They'd put their head in the sand.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't take action.
Nope.
We are positioned so perfect.
Literally perfect.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to try to make a bad thing a good thing.
No.
But my
We're
perception,
here to save people.
My perception on that, it's been a massive blessing in disguise for our industry. I got buddies, and I'll be product-based, service-based, whatever. We've doubled, we've tripled. We're breaking more ranks. We're blowing up. It's unbelievable. And it's crazy because, JCPenney, Pier 1 Imports, Victoria's Secret, you name these iconic brands, J. Crew. It's insane. These guys are going out of business. And I've talked to some people that are in the real estate and restaurants, and they're getting killed.
Yeah.
And we're over here like,
we both have a buddy that just bought Pier 1. Yeah.
Tight,
$32 million.
Yep.
For Pier 1, $32 million. Got to buy it all.
Insane.
Unbelievable.
He's making big moves, yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned, we talked about some of the online stuff, and Zoom has been a blessing for everybody, being able to connect with people. Social media has also been important. And it's been important for the last...
It has been. It's been, but people weren't thinking, talking, focused.
No. It's 3 to 5 years. The last 3 to 5 years, it's been important.
Yes.
I've been using it for 10 years, but I was like early, really early. I thought I was late, starting 10 years ago. 2009, I started. Not on social media, but specifically for network marketing, social media. Where I think network marketing was going to get in the next 5 to 10 years, we're getting here this year.
Quick.
Just shoo. It's
Yep.
just closing the gap because people are going, well, I got to use Zoom. I got to find people. I can't get out. I can't get face to face, belly to belly. I'm using social media.
Yep.
You've used social media very, very well. You've
Thank
learned
you.
a lot of things. You got to, I have a big following. How many people do you have on Facebook? I think I might have
119.
Oh, see, I'd be crushed.
The fan page is like maybe 80, maybe total
I'd be
240.
crushed.
You got millions on
I've
Facebook.
got crushed on Facebook, but Instagram.
That's our.
I know. What do you
That's
got on Instagram?
That's our honeypot. Over 1 million.
Oh, man.
That's taken a while though.
What do I have? Like 250, 300,000? Just some measly
But you know
number.
what? But Facebook's better for business.
I understand.
So if I'm you, I'm Facebook. I'm taking it.
Yeah. But you've been the king of Instagram, I think, kind of inside of network marketing. What are some of the things what are the lessons you've learned, and what worked to get a following, and what has worked to support the team, and what has worked when it comes to prospecting, building
Being consistent, giving value.
Consistent what?
Being consistent in posting, being consistent in giving value.
Posts or stories?
On tours, stories. I think stories are, because now you can, when you tag people, right? So me being my position in the company, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the top people. When they see Alex Morton every 2 hours getting tagged in a Zoom call during this situation, right? They're like, dang, this dude's working, 10 hours a day? He's doing, or it doesn't even mean 10 hours, 10 calls a day, right? He's getting tagged. So if Alex is doing it, I need to be doing it. Even if the guy's making 10
you're
grand,
leading
50
by
grand, 100
example
grand a
in your
month.
stories.
Exactly. And that's been my core value in this profession for the last 10 years is leading by example, right? Just doing it first, doing it 10 times, and then saying, hey, I think you should go do that too. It's the whole idea. People don't listen, but they watch your feet.
How many do I have? How many followers? 400,000? Oh, okay.
That's
not so
solid.
bad.
That's solid.
Not so bad.
Super solid.
But no, let's give me a 5-minute lesson tutorial on how to use Instagram to build a network marketing business. 5 tips in 5 minutes.
First thing is be authentic. Because right now there's so much nonsense, man. Like you can go rent a Lambo in Miami for $700 a day, and kids do it, and these Amazon drop shipping or other network marketing people, and it's like, dude, it's like when you're not authentic, people can smell the nonsense a mile away. So number one, I would say you got to be authentic, be genuine. If you're still in your mom's basement building your business, it's okay to show people that.
Yeah.
Because I was doing selfie videos in the dorm room, broke. Took me 6 months to get to $400 a month. People don't.
You were authentic, but on purpose, though.
I was authentic on purpose. I wanted to document the entire journey.
Yeah,
People
you
go to
don't
my Facebook,
right.
go to 2011, and see me backwards hat, yelling at the phone.
So document the entire journey.
Document the entire
Document
journey
your ups and your downs.
while being authentic.
Okay.
While being authentic. Number two, be consistent. The biggest, it's not one of the biggest.
How many times should you post a story a day?
I think if I'm doing this and people are filming it and tag me, I'm gonna at least reshare one or two snippets of this. Because you don't want to kill people with 30 of them. You see some people, it's like, dude, I can't even watch that.
Yeah.
Like Ty Lopez used to do like 100 stories, and it's
yeah.
like you're clicking through. But 10 pieces of impactful
10 a
something.
day?
Like we're doing swipe ups to YouTube videos on the Instagram. We're driving to different platforms. But in terms of attraction-based marketing, recruiting, right? We teach people RIT, and recruiting is the answer most of the time in this profession.
How many
Fixing problems.
posts?
I would say right now we're posting every other day on the feed, and we're doing story posts every day.
Okay.
Like this right here, Dar's right here. He'll have 3 or 4 snippets of this on there. I'll tag you, right? And then people see this, and then later we could have this swipe up to the full video when you post it on the website or whatever.
Okay, so 1 is authentic, 2 is consistent.
Authentic, yes. Consistent. 3 is authentic, consistent. 3 is again, I mean, authentic and be yourself is the same thing.
Yeah.
But I think there's more to it. Like the whole idea, there's fake it till you make it, and then there's acting as if. It's good to act as if.
Be yourself, but be your best self.
Be your best self.
Yeah. So do it on purpose. It's like if you're in your boxers or whatever, and it's 3 a.m. and you're tired, you can say, I'm tired, but
And I've made those videos.
I'm grateful.
I've made those
You know?
videos.
It's just not like I'm tired and I hate this right now. Don't be that authentic. Like I hate my life right now.
No.
You know what I mean?
Because the next one's value. Giving real value.
Okay.
Well, how do people say like yesterday? Well, how do I get more value? I said, watch other people's videos, learn something, and talk about it. I said, listen, I love all the gurus, all these people out there, but there's nothing Eric Thomas says.
Take a book, pick a chapter.
There's nothing that Eric Thomas says, E.T. hip hop preacher, that Jim Rohn or Earl Nightingale or Bob Proctor has never said before.
Right.
So this whole idea of, I don't want to take people's stuff, I'm like, that's all I've ever done.
Yep.
Like how I've made what I've made, it's like Holton Buggs, Timothy Herr, Nick Sarnicola, Jeff Roberti, Eric Worre. I took it, Mark Hughes' old videos. I love his stuff. I would take it, study it, memorize it, get the jokes, and then just, that's what I did.
Yeah. So bring value.
Bring value.
Whether it's your value or you get it from somewhere else or you read something in a book or you watch a video, go to an event, take the idea, pay it forward.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the fifth, I would say, it ties into everything, but this is my thing, display work ethic. My biggest sign up, recruit, whatever you want, he contacted me. My biggest enrollment of my life is Yvonne Tapia. He'll watch this at some point.
Yeah.
Guy's an
Love that
absolute,
guy.
the guy, beast, unreal. And he taught, I've known of you. We never talked, saw you at GoPro, blah, 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 because but I've watched you be consistent and working hard for 4 years. If I don't post those, if I don't show that, he doesn't get in. If he doesn't get in, David doesn't get in. If David doesn't get in, I don't know if I'm sitting here right. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So people got to understand it's a long-term plan. That 2012 video,
showcase your work ethic.
the 2012 video led to the biggest enrollment of my life in 2016.
What 2012 video?
I'm just saying, like me posting in 2012.
Posting something. Yeah.
Because he was building this, I was building this, but he saw me.
But just doing one in 2012 wasn't enough. You had to do all the little ones.
Consistency.
Yeah.
You got to be consistent, give value, be authentic, and display your work ethic, man. I think as a leader, like I sat down with the number 2 earner from a company out here the other day, and he told me, he's like, dude, he's making $40,000 a month. The only reason I'm sitting here because I watched you from afar for years and years, and I just wanted to get lunch with you because I know if I do join with you, I'm gonna win.
Yep. Isn't that fun?
Because you develop this reputation.
Yep.
This whole
Without even having to go to anybody or anything. You can just have the conversation
all through
because
social media.
Yeah. Love it.
And they're simple. They're simple.
What's the biggest mistakes people are making on social media?
Lying, embellishing, trying to
Too much hype.
be somebody you're not. I mean, I was doing the hype jet fast car thing in 2011. It's like, dude, that's just so played out, man. People rather see you do a selfie with just giving, hey, this is the 5 things I learned today. Trust me, what we talked about upstairs, it'll be a post.
For sure.
I'll take it in. The 5 things I learned yesterday from one of my mentors, boom. And I could be sitting here in a chair with you just talking. That could be the image. And that thing will get shared and liked and commented more than me sitting on some G4 taking a selfie.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get
Drinking
value.
your champagne, looking out the window.
Exactly. And if you own it, like a few of you guys own it,
Right.
when you own it, that's cool.
Yeah.
Until then, to me, it's like, it's I don't know.
It's just a rental.
I'm not going to ask you for guidance. I don't want to work with you.
Right. Who've been some of your biggest mentors and why?
Well, Bob Proctor, number 1. I met him at a water fountain in Charlotte, North Carolina at $400 a month.
Describe Bob for people who don't know him.
Oh, man. I don't want to use the word amazing, just kind and so wise.
He's a living legend.
I was talking to him.
For those who don't know him, he's the guy that was on The Secret. He's written the book, You're Born to Be Rich. He's been training for 50, 60 years. He's 86 years old, going strong, living legend.
Going strong at 86.
Yeah, unbelievable. He's just an amazing man. I'm privileged to call him a friend, and I know you're privileged to call him a friend and mentor, same as me. So what's one thing you learned from Bob?
So I hit a goal I set at your event when I saw the red jacket guy. I set a goal, and when I accomplished that goal last year, I called him up, and he said, "Congratulations, doesn't surprise me, this, that, and the other." And he said, and out of nowhere, "Do you know why I still study every morning?" And I was like, "'Cause you love it?" He said, "Yeah, I love it, but do you know why I really study every morning?" He said, because I sit in my office up here and I look outside the window and I see a pool. And he said, I know if I walk to that pool right now and try to walk over the water, I'm going to fall in the pool. I also know that if I can develop my awareness to a certain degree, I truly believe I can walk across that water. And that blew my mind. I just paused for like 10 seconds. I was like, okay. So yeah, just so wise, great guidance.
Yep. Super
Just
smart.
love the guy.
Who's another one?
I mean, I got to say my parents.
Yeah.
Work ethic at a young age. They ran an insurance agency. I watched mom and dad work 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sundays, they drop us off at Sunday school and go in and work. Just grind and not complain. Work, grinding for the future and not complaining. And then when my dad got to retire, he retired 15 years before all his other counterparts because he saved. He invested wisely. He said, we could have lived in North Bexley in a $2 million home, but we lived here in a $350,000 home. We could have had 2 Mercedes-Benz in the driveway, and instead we had a Ford Expedition and an Acura. You know why? To send you and Maddie to college and pay for it and to retire 15 years before everybody else. So great mentors, great
Love
parents.
Love that.
Grant Cardone, I feel like half the people love him, half the people dislike him. I love the guy. I think the whole obsession, the whole 10X idea, that's like
His
me.
books are great.
I mean, I love it.
Fantastic.
I love Grant's stuff.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think, like I say, he's a polarizing figure, but he's authentic in his
And when you sit like this with him, he's a genuine guy.
his point of view. No, and I get a lot from Grant. That's why we had him at the GoPro event last year, and he was bold, which is what I asked him to be, because I think
He tells the truth, though.
people are thinking too small inside of network marketing. They need to think bigger.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll say Grant. Yeah, I'll say Bob Proctor, Grant Cardone, the CEO of our company. I just spent 3 hours with him the last 2 weekends. I flew out here to spend time with him. Crazy genius.
Yeah.
Huge heart. He's got what I want in some areas of his life, and I listen to him.
Yeah.
Investments, real estate, different things.
Love it.
Big thinking, thinker like you. I mean, I'm like, well, you've been a mentor to me, man. You've had my back.
Yeah.
When a lot of people turn their backs, you called me.
Yeah.
Said, hey man, it's gonna be okay. You have the skills. I believe in you.
Yep.
And I'm super grateful.
Yeah. It gets lonely when there's rough times, and I've been through them. You can hear the crickets.
Big time.
And I was just like, whoa, where'd everybody go?
I was in a dark place. I was in a dark spot for a little bit.
Yeah. Just kind of in an unfortunate series of circumstances, but hard work and a good heart get you to the other side.
Yeah, I
That's
believe
what it
that.
is.
And it's the truth.
And that's what happened. So I want to do some rapid fire questions. You ready?
Yep.
What's your favorite thing about network marketing?
I love the feeling of working with somebody, even if they're like super square one, broke, but they have broke with a super high level of hunger and desire, and getting them to 10, 25, 50, 100 grand a month.
The hunger is the thing, isn't it?
It's the hunger. Like when I meet, I have a couple
If
guys.
they're not hungry, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, there's these 2 young guys in Costa Rica I met. One of them just hit. I'm not going to say names. 'Cause I don't want to do income. But he's made over 3 million. 25, and it makes me just so freaking happy, man. You know, because he was so hungry, he had nothing. The kid, he had to decide whether to take the bus or buy a Subway sandwich when he was building his former company.
So seeing the breakthrough,
love it.
Seeing the breakthrough in people, and knowing that you're a little piece of that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's addictive. It's addictive.
Yeah. What is your least favorite thing about network marketing?
At this point, the word egos comes up to me. People that think it's all about them. And I had a little bit of this in my first company.
Sure.
It was what it was.
Yeah.
And I learned
youth.
from it.
Yeah.
And I'm a big believer in giving credit. I mean, I know for a fact that God's grace is all my life.
Yeah.
I mean, when I look at these things on Friday, I'm like, because I know it's not, someone said on stage, my results are much greater than I am, meaning like God's grace is such a big part of this. Timing's a big part. Yes, I've worked hard. Lots of people work hard. Yes, I have great parents. Lots of people got great parents, right? So for all this to be happening, I know it's not Alex Morton so amazing. No.
Right.
It's a whole lot of people, God's grace. So I would say people that it's all about me. And I don't post my income on Business for Home because I've removed myself from that.
Yeah. The ego thing, kind of a combination for me, I would say misplaced ego, because I think you need to have a healthy ego.
Healthy ego is one thing.
Yeah. Misplaced ego is one thing. In politics, people who engage in politics just for the politics of it is a little tiresome. You know, it's just like,
I see that a lot now.
Yeah. And your position,
I got friends.
Your position is going to be, it's going to be constant.
I read stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, it's like, okay, but I know like the 400,000 people on your Facebook, 200,000 of them are Republican, 200,000 are probably Democrat.
Yeah.
So, okay. You want to turn off people?
No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking.
Oh, you're talking about the politics within companies.
Yeah.
I was
talking
that brought up because I've been seeing some high-level networkers
sure.
posting crazy stuff,
going crazy and polarizing their groups. What I'm talking about is I talked to some top earners in Europe, and they're making big money, husband, wife, and they're just like, why do I have to fight all this political stuff all the time? And, you know, people talking behind our backs and people going to the company and saying stuff that's not true. And people saying this and people saying that. And I said, listen, you're a top earner. And all top earners in every business in the world become targets. And you need to become stronger than the political situation. You need to respond to it, not ignore it, but you need to learn new muscles because you're like, this is not fair. Well, it has nothing to do with fair. It just has to do with you learning some new skills.
And that's in every
this
company.
Position requires, But it does get tiresome.
It does.
Some people love the politics, and the person's just...
Well, that just equals drama. Why do you want drama?
Yeah, when some people are just focused on production, they say production should be enough, and it should, but it isn't all the time. You got to pay attention to some of the stuff too.
Yeah.
And grow some new muscles. What's been your biggest challenge in growing your business and getting to where you are today?
I mean, my story was, you know, the rock bottom college kid eating ramen noodles to my face is on the side of the Phoenix Suns.
When was the last time you had ramen?
I actually like some of the ramen spots. $6 a bowl, but it's fresh ramen. It's not whatever you call it, cup of noodle, styrofoam nastiness. You know, it's like nice ramen for $13 at the Wynn Hotel. It's different.
So I interrupted. You went from ramen to?
Yeah, I mean, the whole ramen thing to getting to the point where, you know, face of a millennial generation inside the industry, which is true. You put me on the stage and I stood up, and after that, it was like, whoa.
Yep.
And then it was like rock bottom to this rock start thing back to, rock bottom. After my second company, my savings were dwindling. I was 25 pounds overweight, wasn't happy, wasn't healthy. So I think going from nothing to something back to nothing, having to build up again, that in itself was challenging because it's the self-image, right? When you're checked, when you're used to $100,000 a month in your first company, and then you get to a point where you're like, dude, what is 9K? My top 10 leaders are all like, screw network marketing, man. We're done. We're sick of it. I'm like, oh, okay. So having to keep that self-image at a high level, knowing you are great, you are amazing, you can do it again, you do have the skills. A lot of people don't know this, but after the first company, when I departed and then that thing went down, I was talking about this yesterday in this training. Man, I got some really crazy hate level stuff. Like I'll never forget this moment on Twitter. I don't use Twitter anymore, but some anonymous account said, you know, because of what you took down this company, I hope you and your family die in a car crash.
Wow.
So having to deal with some of that, where it's like, man, it's a business, and you guys are getting so personal, and so I think one of the biggest challenges to get to that super top tier. They say every level you got to fight new devils. Yeah, and that's true, man. Like it's
so. And for those that don't know, Alex, his previous company went through a huge government kind of attack, and didn't really survive, and it ended up having to restructure some things. Yeah. And Alex was blamed for some of that, and it was a dark time for him and dark time for the company and the owners and everything else. But the
bounce back was challenging. Yeah, it was.
So let me go to the other side of the coin. What are you most proud of in your last 10 years?
I think I'm most proud that whether I go to Colombia, Ecuador, Nigeria, or Amsterdam or Miami, someone in that room is like, "You've helped me. Because of you, I changed my life." I've had multiple people on Instagram write me and say, "I was on the verge of, you know, taking my own life, committing suicide. And your videos, I listen to you every day. I listen to you every morning." So I think I'm most proud that I've kind of become I like a symbol of what's possible. Forget the money, forget the watches and cars and all that stuff. It's not nonsense, but the deeper stuff, like me knowing that I represent a possibility, to me, that's freaking unbelievable, man.
Love it.
Yeah.
Name 3 books that have had an impact on your network marketing career.
U Squared, The Magic of Thinking Big, GoPro, for sure. I mean, my first company, we put everybody, you signed up, you got the dang book. I mean, no joke. I know you know that.
U Squared.
U Squared by Price Pritchett, Quantum Leaps.
Mm-hmm.
Love it, man. My dad gave me that. And I was like, whoa.
And The Magic of Thinking Big.
Magic of Thinking Big.
And GoPro. Schwartz wrote The Magic of Thinking
And then,
Big.
I could keep going, but you were born rich. Mm-hmm. It was amazing. I love all of Bob's books. They're obviously very important to me.
Right. Was Think and Grow Rich a big one for you?
It was, because everyone talked
never was
about
for me.
it. I've read it. I've listened to. I
know Bob is like, wow,
Napoleon
he reads it every
Hill.
day.
Yeah, he gave me a copy of it, and I've read. Yeah, the whole burning desire, the whole idea of burning desire, the different subjects, the different themes of it. Yes, so Think and Grow Rich. Yes.
Yeah,
but
mine is just it's not in my top 10. I mean, it's okay.
Not even top 10.
No,
it's in my top 10.
Really?
Top 10.
It's got to be like the 10th then.
7 to 10, maybe 6. Okay. Come on, Think and Grow Rich is.
It's amazing.
But hey,
I'm just saying, it's like, for me, it's like 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It's like interesting, but I mean, it didn't change my life.
It's old school.
Yeah, it didn't change my life.
Yeah.
But whatever.
The principles in it, though.
Whatever lights people up.
The chapter on decision. I think it's chapter 7 or 8. Yeah, I gotta put Think and Grow Rich up there, man.
Yeah, all right.
That chapter on decision, man.
Bob might watch this and he might get you.
It's okay.
So, Illusions, I would put above Think and Grow Rich. Have you ever read Illusions?
Haven't.
Oh, dude. Richard Bach. Read Illusions.
Okay. I gotta get that.
Read Illusions. That'll
Rock
knock you on your ass. It's amazing. Do you have a life motto or mission statement or anything, something that's like burned inside?
I mean, immediate comes is this whole idea of dream big. I mean, I wrote that when I signed up in the industry.
Big, bold, go.
I wrote
burning
dream.
desire.
I wrote my first CEO, who were very close friends today, BK. He always said, "Dream big, dreams small. Dreams have no magic." And I heard that when I was 21, making $10 a month. So that's I love it. I mean, to me, it's like the whole idea. If you're gonna dream big. If you're gonna think, you're gonna think big. Like it's like Bob taught me. It's this. He said, Alex, it's the same effort to get to $100,000 a year or $100,000 a month. I didn't understand it, but he said it's in the way you do certain things.
Mm-hmm. I think if there's any epidemic inside of network marketing or in the world, it's we're all thinking too small.
Mm-hmm.
All of us. And we need to double it and double it again.
Yep.
I mean, we need to like multiply. Versus just add.
Yeah, but they see followers thinking addition, leaders thinking multiplication.
Yeah. So last question for you. There's a lot of people out there that would like to have what you have or a fraction of it. What advice do you have for them? They're involved in, let's assume that they're involved in network marketing. They think they want to do it. You're doing it at a very, very high level. What advice do you have for them?
Number one, know you can. Because we've seen people from every walk of life, every skin color, every race, religion, creed, sex, background, everything. I mean, literally become, I don't want, again, no income claim stuff, become very successful.
Yes.
In this profession, in various companies and products and services and all that. So number one, know you can. Okay, number two, I think it goes directly to developing your skills, right? I mean, you got to develop, you have to be able to prospect, you have to be able to present, you have to be able to promote, the 3 Ps that we call them. You got to learn, you have to develop the skills. And then after developing your skills, I would say work on your self-image. This whole idea of how you see yourself is how the world's going to see you. You know, the things that we teach people is working on your belief system. The things that you see, the things that you hear, and the things that you experience form this thing, this paradigm of who you think you are. Like, who is Eric Worre? You know what I mean? Who's Alex Morton? At one point in Minnesota or Ohio, we're sitting there with everybody else in the room that they're $36,000. Nothing's wrong with $36,000 a year. I'm going to go be a banker. Nothing's wrong with being a banker. But at some point, the trigger went off, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. Right? I'm going to go do this. So in this profession, it's unlimited, it's limitless. So develop your skills, work on your self-image, and never ever give up on a bad day. It's not gonna be sunshine and rainbows all the time. You're gonna have challenging days. You're gonna have character building days. Even as a top earner or X a month earner, dude, you still have problems and challenges and issues and obstacles. You probably have more. Because now you're dealing with people that are making crazy money, ego this and that, and playing favorites. It's all kinds of stuff. So if you're just starting out in the industry, develop your skills, work on your self-image, and fight to get a great mentor.
I think the biggest cheat in the world, the biggest cheat code in a positive way, the biggest shortcut, coaches, mentors, masterminds.
Because they've already done it.
Find a way to get around somebody. It's like a time machine. You step into the time machine and you're 12 months smarter without being 12 months older.
Exactly.
You know,
I like that.
Just
And also invest in yourself.
Because time's the most valuable thing. So, I mean, if a coach is going to help you get there faster and you need to invest a little bit in a coach, do it because you're smarter without being older. Just keep going with that. You know what I mean? So, Alex, listen, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
It's just so cool to see what you're doing, and what you're going to do is even bigger. So I'm expecting big things. I'm expecting life-changing things, and I'm expecting the impact that you're having around the world to continue to grow exponentially. So thanks for being with us.
Amen. Thank you.
It's our great pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure you share it with somebody that you care about. And this conversation and this gentleman bringing value to the world. See you later, everybody.
See you guys.
See you next time.